What's going on, humans? I have a confession to make. I'm a Linux user. I love Linux. I've been using it for the last, lot of years, over 10 years, and Linux is my thing. It's just it's what I do. It's what I like to use on my computer. If you don't know what Linux is, don't worry about it. It's really complicated. Now, over here, I have a confession for my fellow Linux users. This is Windows. Windows 10 specifically. I don't think I've ever touched Windows 8. I might have for 5 seconds or something, but not for very long. This is Windows 10. I just got this laptop. $200! $200 for a laptop. All right, it's absolute crap. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, which isn't bad. It's a dual-core processor, which it's got 2 point something gigahertz processing speed and clock speed, whatever. And it's got an eMMC file storage, which is basically your phone has an embedded SD card kind of thing going on in it. It's basically got phone storage. It's got 32 gigs of hard drive space, which is just... How do you use that? Windows itself is already taking up 13 to 16 gigs of that. It's insane. Linux, Windows. The current plan is this. This is a USB thumb drive. You probably know that by now if you've been alive for the past 10 years. If you haven't, welcome to the world. It's a thing. It has 16 gigs on it, which is about what's left of the hard drive after Windows's OS operating system takes up the rest of this one. And the idea is that I'm going to install Linux onto that. And then I'll just boot it off of the thumb drive from then on out. And I'm really curious to see how that works. I'm not going to use this computer for a whole lot. We're going to use it for YouTube. We're going to use it for stuff in the interwebs. And just not a whole lot. It's kind of like a tablet, but I'm also a writer, if you didn't know. And I think you knew, you 149 subscribers who pretty much know me pretty well by now. This thing has a battery and a monitor, and it can be taken places. I can move it, unlike this big thing. This big thing can do a lot of cool stuff, but this little thing is portable. Yes. And so for $200, that's a pretty good deal. To be able to get something portable like that with 4 gigs of RAM is pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little USB hard drive sticking out of it with Linux running, and be able to write on there, upload my files to Google Drive as a safety backup. Cool stuff, isn't it? Anyways, I just thought I'd show you because I'm really excited about having this, but it's been a real pain in my butt because Linux, if I was just going to stick with Windows, it would probably not be a pain in the butt at all. Although it would be a pretty crappy computer if I just stick with Windows. Linux can do a lot more with this than Windows can. So the moral of this story is never buy a Chromebook. That's it. Okay, talk to you later.